Thank you for coming and for staying. This book follows 4 pastors, Ben, Johnny, Julie, and Rachel, and you'll hear Julie's name in the passage. Churches are messy places where people seek many things, among them a common understanding of something larger than they are, of God. This can be a beautiful, courageous endeavor that in its effort to do right usually goes wrong. Maybe churches need to die, to rid themselves of their old bodies, their advanced pathologies, to make themselves new again, to be free of the weight of a past none can carry. This cycle is, after all, the foundational principle of the faith. The theologian Chesterton said, "Christianity has died many times and risen again, for it had a God who knew his way out of the grave." Yet the notion of a circle doesn't fully satisfy. Death and rebirth, the cyclical nature goes nowhere, doomed to repeat itself. This may be an honest assessment of the universe's affairs. However, it isn't very hopeful. In Rachel's spiral, in Julie's knobbed whelk, in Johnny's realization that leading circle and healing himself were 2 separate endeavors, in Ben's acceptance of erasure and return to being humbled by grieving strangers, in all these, there are hints of moving forward by breaking a circle, not repeating it. The 4 pastors humbled one another, or perhaps harrowed is the better word, risking one another's souls like fields and freeing them to grow. It's uncomfortable to accept our flaws, let alone have them pointed out to us, hearing how we hurt one another and ourselves by clinging to received ideas. In some ways, this is the work of an exegete, to examine a story or an experience for what it reveals, not only about the world or God, but also about ourselves and what in our embodied consciousness must grow or die. Dying is difficult, even when welcome. There's no controlling what our bodies say and do in their final, hideous, and terrifying paroxysms. It's a curious thing to be an observer of human beings in the midst of their great struggles, and it's easy to forget that as observers, we exist as humans alongside. My father died during Lent in 2023. As I was leaving the church at the end of my father's funeral, I glanced into the forest of mourners and was startled to catch sight of Julie in a black blouse and pants, more formal than anything I'd ever seen her wear. She cracked when I saw her, so did I. I hadn't imagined her visiting my world, and yet there she was, mourning the loss of a man she'd never met, as this, among so many other unseen acts of service, is what a pastor does. Thank you.